Hi and hello and welcome to The Real Show. I, of course, am Fred Slow. My microphone's broken. Alongside me, Gabe Gambino and Saleh Taylor. One of them doesn't suck. Are you guys ready to go over the last episode of Duke City Championship Wrestling at the Historic El Rey?
Yeah.
Hi, hello, and welcome. Yes, let's do this.
Let's go, boys. We don't have to do 30 minutes
challenge.
Grab ass with you two like you always do. All right, we're underway. Fernando, recap. Oh, okay. Ruined.
What followed was a match full of
which episode of recording is this, Gabe? Which one is this?
This would be season 2, episode 9.
Okay.
First episode of the January 20th.
Why do you have the wrong branding? You set this thing up. You put the human on branding on here.
As neutralize the presence of Matthew.
Good morning, everyone.
Thunder took advantage of the chaos ringside to skewer the bewildered Happy with a.
Why'd you unmute my screen? Don't do that. Okay, so we're back at it. Okay, so this is a recap of how Thunder wins. I'm noticing a trend. He just keeps winning.
Obo and Happy both found themselves on the receiving end of an undeniably vicious assault.
I wish we didn't have these.
And as their allies made their way to the ring to
do you guys like these things? Because I think I hate them.
Recap?
No, the sticks, the thunder sticks.
Combination of weapon and numbers.
Is that what they're called?
Endo sticks.
Hey, do you guys love Tyler Copeland like I do? Like, that's my guy.
Hey, I'm sure that I think there's a video where you're saying I hate Tyler Copeland.
Stay tuned and find out.
No, that's a lie. Like on the show, okay. So have we put this jacket from Fernando on videos yet, or is this the first one?
No, this is the first appearance of this amazing jacket.
What is he doing with the mic flag? Why is he going half staff on the mic flag? Are we in mourning? Did a sitting senator pass away? Why are we at half staff on the mic flag?
Fonzi, I think it's in honor of Homie.
The superstar himself.
Yeah, that's awesome. This is different level stuff.
It's a half mast.
Absolutely, I want to know about Chuey Fonzi because that was one of the most reprehensible things I think I've ever seen in my entire career. How are you going to take care of business?
You want me to tell you about?
None of this is making sense to start the show.
Well, you know what? Here in the 505.
Lots of friends of the Duke City Championship Wrestling are here with us. They're all saying good morning. I like that Mr. Happy turns it on YouTube. Thank you, Mr. Happy.
Yeah, Mr. Happy. Get them YouTube dollars rolling in.
I got lots of tricks up my sleeve.
Wait, who's feeling better? Are you guys telling lies about me feeling sick?
He's got up those
Oh
sleeves.
no, he's been missing for a while. You know,
that was
lots of interest.
Let's get back to the action.
Oh God.
Hey, so we had a big argument about that sign. Do you guys think it should say DCCW Wrestling or DCC Wrestling?
I think DCCW. It's confusing. It's too many branding things, you know?
Confusing was whenever Saleh brought out this guitar and it sounded like B-hole.
It sounded great sound check. It sounded
It's
great.
what we call making lemonade right here.
Actually, we were making lemons from lemonade.
Look at me trying to save the day here.
I thought you were getting held up by one of the skeletons in there.
I was so mad at you right here. And then Gabe saves the day, and I hate that. You know what I mean? Because you never think Gabe's gonna come through. Like no matter what,
I'm a sleeper.
Gabe's gonna fail. Yeah, and then Gabe just gives a baseline for Saleh to take over, and he's the best singer of all damn time.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's playback.
Oh, is that what it is?
Playback, man. I was just acting. I'm an actor.
It's Fred projecting.
Dude, I look good. There's a lot of weight on the stage with the three of us right there. That flag is the best too. I think we've been over this before, like one of the early ones, but we went over like 100 different ways to put up that flag, and we came with it was Hobo Hank. It was like, are we just hanging and we leave it hanging the whole time and it looks awesome.
Yes.
Great answer. I was like, what did we put? What's that? Sorry, Saleh.
Especially with the lighting design too, man. It looks everything just looks damn good.
Our lighting girl's been through the roof.
Killing it.
I think she's she's the one that hung the ring for the ladder match as well.
The one who hung from the ring was Turbo Tony, stupid. Look at my fire 11s. Look at my 11s.
Topical.
I got so many 11s. All right, so this is so stupid.
Well, I'm going
one
to
of my
the
favorite
front
things
till
that,
walking to the cashier, order up
is
a
having
blue
Fred
beer
go,
and
what
a
are
number
we
one. Cover it with green stuff.
I'm going to skip these commercials because they're for the Comcast broadcast. Right. After we set something up and it looked better than what I thought it would look, I do have that moment where I'll pull Gabe aside and I'll go, Gabe, you think this is cool? And if Gabe says yes, then I know it's not cool.
Yeah, then he takes it down.
Chris Burnett returned with us last month. This is awesome. You know, we wrote him off. What's that, Sully?
Happy belated birthday, Chris Burnett.
Oh, I didn't know that. Happy birthday. Yeah, we wrote him off in kayfabe. Obviously a couple months ago, and he had some stuff going on in his world he had to get right. You know, nothing overly, you know, it was just he had some life. So it was okay now, you know, now that everything kind of settled down, had a chance to bring him back. So we were excited to have him back.
Really excited.
Also, he brought the immortal Ming Chen with him.
So that was weird.
Yeah, man.
That was
actually like a beautiful like deal on the fly. We went Albuquerque Comic Con that weekend.
In the house in here. You run that.
Yeah.
Should I be in the house?
It was me and Chris, because Chris was hanging out with Ming, and Chris was like, "Hey, Ming wants to come." I'm like, all right, you want to get involved? He goes, "Really? Yeah, dude, let's go."
You can tell whenever the audio video is slipping because that thing freezes on the screen. Oh, there it goes. Oh, so this part's important. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble with copyright here, but I'm gonna play some sound here. So, oh my gosh, what is going on here?
I love that we're still doing our sound check and just talking over.
Okay, that's all I need. We don't need this anymore. If it's easy to kill. Oh, I didn't know that. The so this Bones song by who sings this? Maren Morris. So
Freebird,
they had set it up to where it was going to be what's the one from the commercial with the puppies? Sarah McLachlan. I will arms of angels. And I was like, no, this Bones song by Maren Morris is going to be so much better. So like 10 minutes before we're doing the thing, Kevin's in the back like changing it all up.
Bro,
this is so stupid.
It's just I love it so much.
So we have a whole ass plan for Homie. Like this is not the end of Homie's saga in Duke City Championship Wrestling. Multiple times Fonzi said bonerific in the chat, and you eventually made the effort to put it on screen. So I'm sure he's very happy now.
That was not me.
That was me. That was my call. Every time. Trying to.
Every wrestler is posed with this damn thing. Oh, and here's where it gets good. Hey, Jerry Vendetta. Excuse me as I clear my throat. Jerry Vendetta's really started to blow me out of the water a little bit because, you know, obviously we have the faction going on at La Migra, and they're a good storyline, and, you know, Matthew Robles and the MK Army. But Jerry Vendetta here is just kind of doing his own thing solo, you know, and
he's a one-man faction.
I'm really happy about this.
Now, Jerry Vendetta has been like, I forget that he's not associated with anyone else but he's a one-man gang, man.
I've seen him palling around with Plex, though. The Livest Max Plex.
Oh,
I don't like that sentence.
Bro, I can't wait to see what can come from that.
Why were there so many people there?
Because we're awesome. We put on a great show.
People. You know, I've been reaching out to, this is inside pro wrestling stuff, but we've been having some conversations with some NWA guys. We've been having some conversation with some representation around the country. And they, you know, because the idea is like, we're not super struggling with the house. You know, like we're drawing. Like we're putting people in the building. So that part's, you know, going relatively well. And it's the social media stuff. It's all that other stuff we're trying to get out there. And with that said, whenever I'm talking to these people, it's been difficult, boys, to move us past that conversation of, well, if you book so-and-so, they'll draw. And I'm over here, and I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but I'm like, guys, we're real close on capacity if we're not there. Like the draw is not the issue. I need people like legitimate social media followers. And I need people. Oh, this is so funny. He just kicks the crap out of skeletons. Oh,
do it back. That's my favorite part of this segment.
And homie,
and he stays in it, man.
So all of these skeletons were provided by Chris Losak of Astro Zombies. Do you guys know Chris at all?
I've not met him.
Okay, so and you would love him because he's of your energy. But he owns Astro Zombies, right? Like that's like the place in town. So he had the coffin. He had all of the skeletons. Oh, this is so funny too. So the voiceover on this.
Yeah, I was like wondering who did that.
Who is this figure? It's Adam Merrick.
Is he back there doing it?
New Mexico.
Just a wonderful ceremony we were having for homie. Oh, so funny, man. This guy here with the felt suit, I told Jerry beforehand, I was like, hey, he's off limits. Don't hit him. The rest of them you can kind of do whatever you want with, but don't beat up.
You don't show up at a viewing and just this
is unnecessary. I mean, what is
Texas Hangman?
Fernando is so cowardly. So here's a little change we made. So the last episode, what I did errantly is I decided to take care of business elsewhere in the building, and that was stupid because ProView and Fernando set up a steady camera for the backstage interviews. And I was like, I hate the steady cam. I was like, we're getting the floating cam because for this stuff exactly right here, like let's go in on this. You know, I love that we're making a pro wrestling show, but can we make a TV show too? You know, and
right.
Yeah,
you gotta have a little action, you know.
So you don't like the Kevin Dunn shaky cam stuff? You prefer it on sticks?
I hate the sticks. I want it to float, like, but I don't need this stuff. You know what I mean? But this here I need because I think it just brings more life. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely you're definitely like the audience is part of the action for sure.
That half mast on that mic flag is so funny. I didn't know that was happening.
That's one of those. It's one of those checks we need to make. I think
it's for you, homie.
You know what we should get made? Write this down. We should get like little lapel pins that say like R.I.P. homie, and everyone should.
Oh,
that's some killer merch right there.
Yeah.
Lapel pin.
Hey. Oh, there's the stars of the show. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
These two dapper folks.
And I'm wearing black pants, black jacket, gray shirt because I'm like, it's a funeral. That was my mindset when we came into this.
That's actually pretty brilliant. I like that. That damn mic, that damn headset, man. That specific one.
Hey, keep it kayfabe, boys. Boys, Moshpit Mike says keep it kayfabe. And this is the biggest factor right here. So Duke City Championship Warrior says Chewy keeps it getting weirder with every show. Yes, he does, and
unhinged,
and in real life too.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't know people could see me grabbing those papers off screen. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Bring that camera up a little bit.
We had to adjust the framing a few times for that.
Oh, this is your fault too.
My fault.
100%. This is your fault. So you have big issue with how big you look compared to me. Like you keep moving your chair in and out. Like there's no. We need to put an X on the floor
because your legs take up 90% of the damn real estate over there. I have to work around your damn legs. All three of them.
Legs.
All three of them, man. I got to work around them.
Oh, we got to start sending over some of the new headshots. I didn't realize we were still. Those are season 1 headshots.
We in season 2, baby.
Chewy's. Oh, here comes Chewy.
Does anyone know the story behind Chewy's song? Chewy's choice of picking Los Lonely Boys.
It's such like a boomer fucking thing.
Did I say joint? I don't even know it.
Save
Los Lonely Boys.
Prison. How far is heaven? Is that because he wants to send you to heaven?
It's the I feel like it's the Chicano like barbecue summer hit, you know what I mean?
And then this mountain of a man walks out ready to destroy anything and everything.
Right.
Well, I don't know if he doesn't have the endurance or what, but he just walks straight to the middle of the ring. Oh, good. You just had a microphone. Let's do more. Like
every time he grabs a mic, you're like, why?
New Mexico smells like poo-poo.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm over here like literally checking my watch, and I'm like, people have been sitting here for 12 minutes. Can we start wrestling? I'm like, people have been sitting here for 13 minutes. Can we start wrestling? Like they came for a wrestling show, and we're doing skeleton funerals.
They're two passionate people back there, you know.
For
giving him thumbs down.
Getting that reaction out of them, man. He just knows how to push the buttons.
Hey, I'll tell you what I really like is his ring gear. Because like he's a big boy. That's a big boy out there.
Brother.
And and his look is like, okay, like I don't have to keep adjusting my stuff. I can move around freely. Like that's the look, you know.
I love the wrestler's capri he has on, though. I support that wholeheartedly.
It all slaps.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got Chuey in the chat right now.
Chuey's in the chat. Talk about it.
Oh, God. Hey, if you'd have handed him a microphone to say that, he would have said, I smell like poopy.
Chewy,
that is like
reaction, though, man.
You know, I went to the Royal Rumble last weekend, and I went to independent show down there in Florida, and half of the whole thing for the Royal Rumble and the Ford show was guys literally like adjusting their stuff. Like they had new ring gear for the Royal Rumble, and it like didn't fit right or whatever, right? Or they had the guys in Florida were just like, and I think that's the thing where like I think Chuey does a really good job of just maintaining like his in-ringness. You know, as opposed to like let me fix my straps, let me do whatever. So, yeah, good luck for him.
I love that you said this well, though. Chew's ring gear is legit. I love it. It looks great. It moves well with him. He just knows. I wonder, hey, Chewy, since you're in the chat, man, how long did it take for you to find this specific ring gear combo? Because
Chewy's not the champ.
No, like since he's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
But he's a champion of my heart, all the way from the mountains of Amarillo. I think I got it. Chewy's the mountains of Amarillo.
Chewy, yeah.
Oh no! If there's a Mosh Pit Mike Chewy showdown in Duke City Championship Wrestling, that's gonna be the loudest cheers and the loudest jeers you've ever heard in one match against each other.
It's true. I don't know why he did. Isn't the Big Texan over in Amarillo? The
steakhouse? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the stats on. I'm sure we can look it up. I think Fonzi has started more shows than anyone else on the card. Like I think he's opened the house more times, and that's by design. You know what I mean? Like when he comes out, like the crowd is like, okay, like we're here, like we're in for some weird stuff. We're into like pro wrestling. You know what I mean? It's going to be a really good energy. You're going to watch somebody get their ass kicked. You know, it's like a whole thing. I mean, there it is right there. But he does it's a good job of setting the pace of this thing.
Can we as a group all keep track of the number
of
chops?
All right, we got to count this, man. Counting chops.
So this is a fun one. So Mosh Pit Mike says, can we, as a group, all keep track of the chops taken by Fonzi? And we had to talk about that as the ownership group after the event. Because we were like, we were like, hey, the Fonzie chops, that's very good. That's very clever. And then as the night moved on, I was like, is everyone trying to steal like Chewy and Fonzie's like shine here? Like they did that thing. Like they killed that thing, you know? So anyway, just kind of neat how when you find something that reacts to the fan base, how, you know, regularly you can go to it to get that return.
I think this match couldn't have been we couldn't have picked a better match to open the night because seriously, this set the tone. So like we talk about it all the time. Like any of the first matches is doing a great job, but this one has to been a perfect way because there's a lot of first timers coming in this show, and they're like, "Yep, welcome to Duke City Championship Wrestling, baby."
Yeah,
and good God, man.
Yeah, I gotta say it. This January show, it was every single match was an absolute banger.
Every the Matador.
And like I said, it felt a little more fight central, like standing central, like that quote unquote hard style stuff that people really enjoy, as opposed to some of the other ones we've done, which I felt have been like some spots and a lot of wrestling, you know. So this one I thought was like all the stories that surrounded the pro wrestling. And here's an example. You know, we're starting with strikes already. But yeah, it was a special, unique one for sure.
One.
That's one chop.
Oh, here we go.
This one I felt.
Oh, the camera guy can't handle it.
I'm legit counting my Moshpit Mike. I'm counting, bro.
Man, I don't have a scratch paper in front of me.
No, I did count like 4 SEMO sightings from Saleh.
Yeah. We gotta keep track of that. By the way, shout out to Rusty Rutherford for the amazing shots from this night, man.
The photographer for Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Man, he kills it. He kills it every time. But this night, especially, oh man, front and back.
Yeah. Well, and Fonzie's always the first guy in the building too. You know, like he's like 30 minutes into the building. Like we're building the ring. I think we built the day before on this one, but the next day, like everything's like good to go. You know, the only thing that needs set up is like the TV stuff, which we're obviously not going to let Fonzie touch. And he's like, I'm ready to jump. Like a bull. He's like, put me in first. Like here I go. And we're like, Fonzie, there's a energy about you that I yearn for, my man.
Yeah, Fonzie has his ritual because he puts the ropes together. He's like the one that he has to do it, you know. And he you hear him like counting how many turns he makes with the wrench.
He
to tighten the ropes.
Methodical. Like that's someone I trust in and outside of the ring, and also like the ring trusts him. This is a beautiful thing that he has, man. Yeah, I trust him. Oh,
that's like 6 and 7, I think. You know,
I'm at
2
6.
chops in one.
CMO sighting coming up. The back is already.
All right, so I got a list of nicknames here for Chuey. Okay,
go on.
So you guys tell me which one of these hit. Does Chopzilla work? Is that a good one?
That's a great one. Yeah.
Okay.
Chopzilla's good.
All right. Chop Master sucks. Chopping Kingpin sucks. The Chopster, no. Chop Crusher, no. Chop Fury, no. Chop Down. The Chop Down Champion, I don't like that one. Oh, here's a good one. Hey, the Lumberjack of Limbs. How do we feel about that?
I like that.
Pork chop. About Snap, Crackle, and Chop?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's great. That's good.
What if every time we say his name, we just say his name with an Arnold Schwarzenegger accent, like Chuey Martinez, the Chopper.
The Chopper. He's getting the Chopper.
And Fonzie right here is getting to the Chopper.
Yes.
He's giving the Chopper. Actually, I kind of like would love to just give everyone a German accent nickname. Fonzie. The Delulu one.
I was watching that American Gladiators documentary last night, and
it's so good.
And I was like, hey, if American Gladiators was still coming around the country, obviously I would be like one of the local celebrities in Albuquerque to go out there and compete, you know. And
awesome.
I was like, but I would show up with a full on like Russian gimmick, you know, to like combat the American Gladiators.
You go like Ivan Drago on it.
Yeah, the whole thing.
If he dies, he dies.
All right, so the chat is not being overly fair to Fonzie. Mike, you can already see the hamburger he calls his chest. All right, Chop Chewy is a good one. That's not a bad one at all.
Ooh, that's
it's obviously similar to the album and the food Chop Suey. Oh, this is a good one too. Hatchet Hands is a very good one from friend of Duke City Championship Wrestling, David.
Oh God!
Oh, that's
yeah. This is when the two of us were at a loss for words even from broadcast, we didn't know how to. Wow.
Well, you can see it back here. I talk about this a lot on the TV. We put up a match card for everyone because I've been to, I don't know how many independent shows I've been to, hundreds maybe.
Tiny Tron.
Yeah, and you're always introducing a new audience. So they don't necessarily know the guys' names. They don't necessarily know that world or whatever. And I think that putting these guys up here allows the crowd to keep that kind of interaction going throughout. It's just those little things, that I think help. I had this idea of doing valet ring girls where they would hold name signs for whatever, for whoever they came out with.
Oh, yes. That's a good idea.
Now, Sally, I've heard you talk about that person a few times. I don't know who that is. Who is that?
She's a local legend, man, a musician, a badass personality, badass presence, badass vocals, just badass all around, man.
Okay, and you know her personally?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you should have her on the real show then.
We should address all the SEMO sightings.
Yeah, because I don't know who that is.
She's like the she's a downtown fixture like Chris Burnett,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If Chris is the mayor of downtown, she is the first lady.
Oh, neat. I recently started calling myself the last professional promoter.
Actually, I love that.
Because I've been fighting with the state legislator so much on this pro wrestling stuff.
I got to see Fred like directly after coming back from Santa Fe.
I was fired up
from that. He was not stoked.
There's a good shot there. Saleh and I did going over this past week, and our social media went crazy with responses to, because people didn't know that pro wrestling is regulated by the state legislator.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I have another meeting with them on Tuesday. I have to meet with them again on Tuesday. So we'll see how that goes.
It's funny though, because like New Mexico is one of the very few states, all of the land that is regulated.
Chuey hits a big one here, drops Fonzi on his neck. The friend of Duke City Championship Wrestling, David. This is right at the end. And is Francisco our ref?
You did say he was, but I think that's Jeff.
Oh, is it Jeff? So Fonzi was pitiful. He was outclassed and deserved every chop he got from Chuey. The organization should be ashamed for putting them in the ring together. Ouch, David.
Damn, David.
Very nice.
Anyone and everyone can get these hands, David, including our fans.
And we have an attempt at a repeat. We got the coach.
Continuation here. Good job.
Turbo
Tony coming out. Yep.
Fired up, baby.
You guys know I'm going to the Super Bowl this week. And one of the things the NFL does for us when we're out there is they give us this fun media party. Well, at this media party, they're going to drive us around a racetrack in supercharger cars. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like super sports cars.
How jealous is Tony?
Well, so I had Tony on the show. So I had Tony come on 2 minutes on to tell me what it's like to go really fast. So because he obviously all the racing he's done in his life. So yeah, he did a really good job of coming on and kind of talking through that. Also, I mean, oh God, you could put that on any level of pro wrestling. That was a textbook.
That was a great spot.
Oh man,
Fonzi, dude, nobody's more scrappy than Fonzi. I don't think.
Real talk, man. Yeah,
he is the scrappiest on the roster.
At some point, we're gonna have him leave on a stretcher,
and come back.
Yeah, and I want the kind of one where it's the whole building is just absolutely silent. You know what I mean?
Man, is Fonzi the Mick Foley of DCCW?
But he's he's a persona guy for sure.
Because if he is, I want to see Fonzi's version of Dude Love. That would be awesome. He already kind of
Duke City Warriors, who has a shoot name that we never use, says Fred lives out the dream traveling the world. Sometimes I dream of doing one day. Here's the thing: I'm not traveling the world. I have to go to cities I've been to a lot before to redo jobs I've already done. Vegas is great. I've been to Vegas a bunch of times. Going to the Super Bowl is great. I've been to the Super Bowl a bunch of times. I'm not world traveled. I am Southwest pointed up is what I am. I am not that guy.
Vegas. I have like a 3-day limit. Like after 3 days, I don't have fun anymore.
We're there 8 days.
I know that's like almost 3 times more than I can stand Vegas.
Hey, me and Chewy are both big boys.
Yeah,
we would have to have the longest stretcher in the history of created stretchers.
There's no way he would hang you from the ropes because your feet would touch the ground.
Yeah. Well, and his braided belt would snap in half. Like I don't know what Chewy's built at. I don't know, but I'm 270. Like I'm 275. Like I'm a big boy. Like
he's built at 420 kilos is what.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weed number. He's the weed number.
I don't get it. Is it a drug reference?
The drug reference.
The
What's
weed
that?
drugs?
Hey, what if he changes it up though? What if he's 420 kilos and 69 ounces?
Oh,
that's sick, dude.
That's so dope.
You can change his finisher to it's the 420-69.
All right, somebody smarted me up. What's a moose match? What is
I
that?
don't know what a moose match is.
Is that a moose? Oh shoot!
I'm into it. I'll do whatever we're doing.
I'm sticking it like. Please tell me what that is.
All right, so Moshpit Mike is saying that was Chewy's shoot weight because he was there with the doctor when they weighed him. Okay. And Duke State Championship Wrestling says they ran into a pole once at a WWE show. That's a weird way to say you got laid in a bathroom. That is a super weird.
Just tell us how it went down.
I got laid in WWE
Championship Wrestling friend David hates all the good guys.
My kind of guy. My kind of
Bring
guy.
your fork and bury it in turbos. That's such a specific attack, you know.
What's
It was
thing?
pretty
Does
good
he
episode.
have a fork that he usually brings? What's
don't
the fork?
know.
What is all this about?
Well, and it's so fun too because a lot of our performers, they obviously they wrestle elsewhere, right? So I'll hear all these stories and like, hey, they're going to do this gimmick or hey, they're going to do this. I'm like, we have zero impact on that. Like they go out there and they say we're going to be really entertaining. They do that.
We got to do the some context. It'd be great, you know.
Just follow them on social media. You'll see everything that they're doing, man. You got to check out. These guys are working anywhere and everywhere, and they
all the time.
The damn thing, man.
Well, and if they tag us, hey, because I'll be real transparent here with the social media. I don't look at other people's stuff. Like if someone comes to me and they're like, "Hey, Fred, did you see so and so on social media?" The answer is already no. No, I did not.
I was asking that like months ago because
you were the worst about it, Gabe. You were like, "Hey, Fred, did you see that this wrestler said that?" No. Not only did I not, I'm embarrassed for you for communicating it to me outside of social media.
I've said this before many times, but I have like a routine I do now before I call Fred. I ask myself, like, I answer in Fred's voice in my head, and he goes, "I literally don't care."
That's you gotta do that first. You gotta do that first.
But if these guys tag us in something, so like if like Moshpit Mike, for example, is like, "Hey, I'm going over to Amarillo, or I'm going over to Lubbock, or I'm going to parts of Colorado, or whatever." Heads up, Duke City Championship Wrestling fam, like, reshare, go.
Right.
That stuff's super easy.
Yeah, the conversations I have in my head before I call is how are you doing? Fred says regular, and then regular, and then I go, hey, did you see this or that, or did you see Vince McMahon on any headlines or what? And he goes, I don't care.
No, because I don't watch anything.
So then what I do is I lock my phone and put it back in my pocket. And I just do other stuff.
You guys know I have a pretty good relationship with WWE. So WWE is coming to Radio Row next week, right? So what is today? We're recording on Sunday. So 2 days ago, The Rock returns to WWE's in front of Roman Reigns, right? So WWE calls me yesterday, and they're like, "Hey, Fred, press conference in Vegas. We know you're going to be there. Blah blah blah." They're like, "You cool to like ask a question?" And I'm like, "To The Rock and Roman Reigns? Yeah, I think I'll manage, guys. Let me Yeah, let me put some effort out there. I'll come up with a good one.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's my question I'm going to ask, guys. This is why I bring it up. I'm going to say, hey, Rock. Hey, Roman. Saleh says hi.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit down.
Your nephew / cousin.
Hey, guys, do you think you could, you guys think you could consider returning a call to Saleh? I'll take your answer off air. That's what I'm gonna say.
They would probably be pissed that they missed out on a call from me. So I'm excited to hear the response from that. That'll be great.
Hey guys, will you guys stop charging Saleh for photos at family holiday dinners?
Yeah.
Weird. Will you guys consider that? Thank you. I'll take your answer offline.
Can y'all please do that?
Saleh said he needs a wireless system for his guitar.
Yeah,
it works. Something that works with people around.
Hey Roman, we've seen your Jordan budget as you come into the ring with a new fresh pair every single week. If you could just throw some of that cheddar over to Saleh, really help with this guitar endeavor. Thanks. I'll take your answer offline.
He's like, I had something come across my desk. You're gonna love this. What do you think about guitars?
All right, so this is a little foreshadowing to a future episode. Friend of Duke City Championship Wrestling, David says, tell Robles that was a great slap that he gave Missy for not helping out. This is all right. So Missy Hyatt was with us, and she was a gem. Cannot stress this to you. A gem. She was kind to those in attendance, had a fun little booth set up. And then for no reason, Matthew Robles is like, F that B. Everyone's like, what?
Dude, yeah, somebody asked me because I missed that moment, but somebody was like, what's up with that guy that slapped Missy Hyatt? I was like, what? I was like, that didn't happen. And
Mosh Pit Mike, we need the final count of chops.
I gotta say, I would guess 9.
No, it was way more. Are you an idiot?
It was way more than that.
It was 69. Sorry.
Nice.
I got Fonzi. Fonzi took 18. That's what I counted.
Oh, that's a lot.
And then Chuey took 3.
Yeah, this is the power of one.
Friend of the show, Abram says he loved when he heard people yell, "This is stupid" for the skeleton setup. It was not stupid.
I love that.
It's cooler than everybody else's skeleton funeral.
Yeah, how's everyone else's?
Where's your skeleton funeral, huh?
All right, what number did you have, Saleh? Because Mosh Pit Mike is in.
I did 18.
Okay, so Mosh Pit Mike says he definitely believes it was between 17 and 20. So let's go ahead and call it 18. So 18 slaps, and then some softy boys at the end got it up to 20. So 18.
Oof.
Yeah, poor Fonzie.
And Fonzie took him. Fonzie ate those, man. Ooh.
Matthew Robles.
Chest. Oh, go ahead.
Dark cloud anytime he walks through the doors.
Don't you talk about Mr. Robles like that.
All right, I'm definitely not hanging out with you boys longer than 40 minutes on the Sunday that I'm leaving to go to Vegas. I am gone next week. I'm leaving. Don't worry about that. Like, what are you doing? Like,
you need a ride?
No, I don't want a ride from you.
Fred, we're friends.
Ooh.
13. Okay. 3.
Chewy with the
That's from the man himself.
All right. So Duke City Championship Wrestling friend David is now on my absolute lap.
Dude, are you a real life heel?
He's talking directly to you two. He's saying you two butchered the national anthem. And I at first was upset with him, but now I'm not. I'm in
now
support
you like
of this.
him.
Yeah,
I know you
guys
did.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Well, it's funny though, like we made that up on the spot, lyrics and all, man. We were just vibing together. It was a jam.
Dude, that was pure lemonade. David, please sleep with a woman soon.
And David and Abram are now both against you, saying that whole national anthem was a waste. So the crowd is turned. I guess we'll just play Toby Keith's post 9/11, make a bunch of money version.
Yeah, right. Where were you?
Do you remember? Yeah.
My daddy served in the army. He lost his right eye.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if any of that is true.
I don't know. That's from
Hey, Moshpit Mike's right. We should just start with a USA chant. That's all we need.
I'm done.
The whole national anthem. USA. USA.
We got to do The Stroke by Billy Squier.
I don't know what that is. Gabe, say goodbye to all of our friends.
Everybody, thank you for joining us once again on The Real Show.
That was it.
Also, February 15th, Man High is playing at the launch pad. And the Love Sucks. It's an anti-Valentine's Day show. Love Sucks, Let's Rock. Hit us up on manhigh.org, and that has our show schedule.
Friend of the show, David, would like to buy you some AA batteries for your guitar. Solid.
If you have a AA battery budget, come see me, baby. I'm with it.
Final word, Saleh.
I love you. I appreciate y'all, and I'll take any note you can give, baby.
That too.
I'll take any note you can give. Good job, everyone.